But let me start on this issue. I keep calling the energy crisis our national self-harm, and now we can see exactly how much pain the mismanagement of our electricity sector is causing. Our politicians, state and federal, Labor and Liberal, but especially Labor, have been preoccupied with reducing emissions instead of generating electricity. So we don't have enough power and it costs too much. It's costing jobs, squeezing family budgets and forcing small businesses to the wall. And what makes it all the worse is that Labor came to power promising this.
Households will benefit by $275 on average. Reducing power prices by $275. That will reduce power prices by $275. Prices by $275. $275. $275 a year. $275. $275 a year. $275. $275 a year.
You get the picture. It's called the vomit theory, and many people are vomiting at the moment because let me show you some numbers that demonstrate just how badly that's going for Labor. The latest standard price offers kicking in from July, just over a month away, are out, and the average numbers show that prices will go up by way more than Labor said they'd go down. In New South Wales, the average price will jump by $359 a year, taking bills above $2,000 a year. In Queensland, a similar jump of $365 to just under $2,000. In South Australia, where they have the most renewables, by the way, the average cost is highest at $2,279, an increase of more than $4,000. An increase of more than $400 a year, And in the Socialist Republic of Victoria, the average price will jump $352 to $1,755. How's that $275 cut looking for you now? So far, Labor have missed their promise by at least 250%. Anthony Albanese and his team have been reduced to saying that if they hadn't imposed coal and gas price caps, bills would have been even worse. And of course, they've had to spend even more taxpayers' money lest people can't afford to eat, so they're handing out rebates. Little wonder the opposition went in hard in Parliament.
How can Australians already suffering cost of living challenges possibly trust the Albanese government to keep this promise?
Today, Claire Savage, the chair of the Australian Energy Regulator, said this: "It's much lower than where we were fearing it could have been last September, October."
Why did the Prime Minister break his promise and lie to the Australian people? Why did the Prime Minister break his promise to the Australian people?
This stuff is great political theatre and it's fertile ground for the coalition if they just keep their focus on it. But that's not what's important, is it? What matters is what this is doing to our country, to your budget, to your business, to your job security, to the ability of our national economy to support manufacturing and industry and attract investments and jobs. We are undermining ourselves, putting our future at risk, and we're doing it in a way that benefits our strategic rivals like China. They'll take our coal and our ore and our gas and our jobs, and they'll make themselves stronger, and the increases in their massive emissions will dwarf what we cut many times over, so there's no environmental benefit to the planet. It is literally madness. But the Climate and Energy Minister, Chris Bowen, is just so certain, preaching his stuff like a renewable energy evangelist or a snake oil salesman. You take your pick.
I will not walk away from efforts to reduce power prices by rolling out more renewable energy, because renewable energy is the cheapest form of energy. Now, the alternative, which Mr Dutton and his team propose, is, in an act of genius, the most expensive form of energy and the slowest to roll out, nuclear. You know, the only thing small about a small modular reactor is the output. Nothing small about the cost, nothing small about the complexity. You know, a small modular reactor costs $5 billion and it doesn't produce many megawatts. $5 billion, that's a lot of billions for not many megawatts.
This is beyond obtuse and irresponsible. He's overseeing, what, a $200 billion once-in-a-millennium energy transformation, and he pretends something that might take a few years is the problem. He disses $5 billion on secure, reliable nuclear power that would produce thousands of megawatts for at least 70 years. Yet this same bloke is backing Snowy 2.0, which is likely to cost 4 times as much as that, $20 billion, and will not produce one single extra watt of generation. They don't call him Blackout Bowen for nothing. He won't be looking forward to the summer when our peak power demand arrives. This country is one decent heatwave away from an electricity disaster. Can't wait for that one.